Never has a game caused me so much pain, so much bewilderment, and so much mind-pumping action all at the same time. That is what perfectly describes Hyperkid Morph 2 Mr. Gunner. Whatever the fuck that name means. Hyperkid is a freehand lasso gunner, lock-on, fast-paced, first-person shooter, fixed camera gunny game. That description was taken directly from the schizophrenic-ass website that this game resides in. What the fuck is this website? Why is there Shaggy? Free as fuck. High-speed download. Well, I hope this doesn't give my computer AIDS. In layman's terms, this game operates much like those on-rails shooters that you would play at your local movie theater or arcade, but instead with you fighting 3 bosses with varying mechanics and difficulty. Here, you have the freedom of lateral movement, along with bunny hopping, double jumping, and a cool lasso that you can use on the bosses to swing around really fast. With the lasso, there comes a stamina bar at the bottom of your screen. There's 2 ways to recharge it, by causing damage or by simply just waiting for your bar to recharge. What makes this game really stand out is that your camera is always locked onto the boss at all times, which challenges your ability to balance your damage output and positioning, along with making sure that you don't get hit by anything that these bosses throw at you. Because if you get hit by anything, you will instantly die. Oh fuck. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. This game is super punishing in that regard, but it is oddly addicting once you get the hang of it. The visual style is what I love most about this game. It has an old school 90s 3D aesthetic that really works well here, along with surreal boss models that really fits the theme as well. The game was developed by only 4 people on the Godot engine, which is the same engine that Cruelty Squad and Buckshot Roulette were made on. This game was made to be a part of the 2025 Boss Rush Game Jam. And in case if you don't know, a game jam is a competition in which developers have to create a game about a certain genre, theme, and all within a certain time frame. Contestants for this contest only had 1 month to create the best Boss Rush game possible for a prize pool of about $4,000. And out of 864 entries, Hyperkid came out on top and won first place in the game jam. On the website, they describe a Boss Rush as a game where there's only one objective: kill as many bosses as possible. There's no finding bosses, there's no exploring the whole level, no going through obstacles, none of that. Only bosses. And the only theme for the competition was about spin.
We're super excited to be blown away by the games you make for this year's newly chosen theme, Spin. Feel free to make us dizzy with your interpretations on the theme. From orbits to hinges to torque to screws, we can't wait to see all the ways you use the theme to fuel your games.
Which I feel like this game definitely hit the nail on the head with that one, because you have to time your jumps perfectly, along with moving around the bosses at the right time and at varying speeds, all while making sure that you're doing good damage. I was low-key starting to feel a bit dizzy as I first began to play, but as my nerve receptors and overall sanity began to dwindle rapidly before my very eyes, my brain slowly turning into a smooth gray mush, I began to call upon every ounce of my being to complete this game, and I became an absolute fucking G. Fuck. Oh, deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. This game takes a lot out of you, even though it's very short. Or at least that's what the website says. Just for reference, it took me about 3 hours to beat this game, and about half that time was spent on the last boss. That's not even counting the hard mode that you unlock by beating the game, which I did not have the courage nor the mental willpower to complete. But anyways, let me show you how I overcame all 3 of these bosses, starting with the man himself, Dancer Joey. Dancer Joey is an amalgamation of spheres, pure swagger, and painful intent. Right after the tutorial class was dismissed, he fucking Adam smashes our teacher and begins to call us a teacher's pet, which is rich coming from this fucker.
Time to tussle.
But from there, shit is on. The classroom disappears. A nice liminal space of ocean blue and cloudy skies accompany you and Joey on this battlefield, while he's hitting that shit like Michael Jackson. He likes to summon these pain orbs that home in on you while you are fighting him. All you gotta do is shoot him, but if you touch one, you die. Along with that, he likes to jump up in the air occasionally and sends down a shockwave across the arena when he lands back down. And in fact, this is the common attack that is shared between all the bosses. All you gotta do is jump over it. You touch it, you die, simple enough. But this becomes pretty challenging with the next two bosses. What the fuck? Okay. During certain phases of the fight, Joey will armor the front half of his body, making him immune to your bullets. All I did was just swing around him and shoot the backside of him. It's sad to say that Dancer Joey is the easiest out of the three bosses, but he's definitely a real challenge in that hyper mode I was talking about earlier. After we defeat Joey, he gives us some more exposition.
Fine, I see you're legit. Come over to my friend's house.
Fun awaits.
A door appears before us. As we enter, we are met with the second boss of the game, Weed Peter, who is an Easter Island statue with a pot leaf hat and a joint in his mouth.
Smoking meds in Weed Peter's shed. If you want a puff, you'll have to take it from me.
This is the first boss that I had a decent amount of trouble with. First off, the arena that you're fighting in is pretty small and it's very easy to fall off. On top of that, shooting the actual statue and hat portion of the boss doesn't actually damage him. You have to shoot the joint that is constantly moving around his face like a little cockroach or something. While Peter occasionally flies up and charges at you, sending a shockwave on the ground just like Joey. The timing of this boss was a lot for me to learn. When he would fly up, I would have to make sure that I had enough distance to move out of the way at just the right time, while also trying to shoot the fucking joint from his mouth that never wants to face me at all. On top of that, about halfway through the fight, Peter decides to say fuck you and jukes you out on the charges. This is where I really learnt the movement of this game. With the camera being locked onto the boss, it's almost like you have to use the boss's position to put yourself in a better position, if that makes any sense. This shit's really confusing, but god damn it is so fun. You fight Peter on top of some sort of table that's above a weed rug and a couch with some sort of plant sitting on top of it. The posters he has were really fucking hilarious to me. Like, why the fuck is there a poster with a store that says buy 3 get 1 free, or a wooden sphere along with a bottle of Elmer's glue in the corner? This game makes absolutely no sense, and I think that's why I like it. After an hour flying off the table and getting smashed by Peter, I finally secured the kill. Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Fuck that boss, dude. Fuck you, Weed Peter. In which Peter says,
You're definitely gonna get the munchies, you freak. Despicable smoke session.
I feel like the more minutes I spend in this game, the more years it's taking off my lifespan. But anyways, Weed Peter is nothing compared to the last boss. Now, on to the absolute bane of my existence. The motherfucker of motherfuckers. The reason why I spent an extra 2 hours in this esoteric, lobotomy-inducing, godforsaken game. The shed. We enter the door, fiending for the munchies after the despicable smoke session Peter had just bestowed upon us.
Home for dinner. The shed says stay.
And the shed, indeed, says stay. I can't even begin to comprehend what the fuck I am seeing right now. Who is this woman in the skybox? Why is the shed throwing beach balls at me? And why is the spinning portion of this fight such a fucking pain in the ass? Okay. Oh my god. Oh! Oh my god, I went too fast. And let me tell y'all, this shed almost gave me a brain aneurysm. The weak spots on the shed are the windows on the sides and the back, but the catch is that the shed likes to look at you intimately at all times. So you have to swing around it and hit the fuck out of those windows. It was on this boss that I learned that the shotgun portion of my arsenal is pretty OP, but getting close to the boss is a challenge in and of itself. The shed likes to jump way high up in the air, while simultaneously releasing these beach balls that if not taken out will kill you. And if you don't take out these beach balls fast enough, they will end up getting behind you, and at that point it's just a guessing game as to where they actually are. I highly recommend taking these bitches out as soon as you see them. Much like Joey's pain orbs, they will kill you without you even realizing. And when you shoot out all the windows, that's when the first phase starts. And in my opinion, the first phase is the absolute hardest part of this boss fight. The boss will center itself in the arena while also summoning these 2 white picket fences on either side of him. While you're damaging the boss, these fences will start to spin around you. First they'll match your speed to an extent, but then they will get progressively faster and faster. And the cherry on top is that if you don't damage the boss fast enough, the fences will stop in their tracks and start spinning the other way. Oh my god. Oh my god. This whole section was the biggest fucking pain I've ever experienced in my life. It took me so goddamn long to even get past this phase. I think I ended up only getting to the last phase like a handful of times. Whereas this phase, I probably died more like 100 times, I'm not even joking you. Whoever designed this phase needs to be checked into a fucking mental hospital. Or maybe I do after going insane by being whacked by a fence so many times. For a while, it seemed like whatever move I would try to do would result into me slamming into the other side of the fence, or not going fast enough and getting my ass slapped by the fence closest to me. But what I found is that if you stay as close to the boss as possible, use short dash movements with your lasso, and use your shotgun, you can get enough damage in to skip the part where the fences switch directions and you can move on to the final phase. In this phase, the arena gets completely dark. You don't know where the edge of the arena is at, which has actually messed me up a couple times. On top of that, the window that you need to shoot is constantly moving around the boss, much like the fight with Weed Peter. All while the boss is jumping around faster and is spitting out those beach balls like crazy. You should definitely try to shoot these before they get out of hand, because they will get out of hand. And after thousands of deaths, hundreds of crying sessions, and the thoughts of punching a hole completely through my monitor, I managed to secure the dub and put this shed in its fucking place.
Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god, finally. That was so fucking hard, dude. Woo! My heart is actually pounding. That has to be the hardest boss fight I've ever done.
You rocked our world. We put our heart and soul into this prize. This prize is just for you. Enjoy.
And what's our prize after these 3 hours of pure torment? The biggest, most delicious cake that you could ever fathom. And on top of the cake lies the names of the creators, along with some candles. If you shoot all these out, you will get access to the hyper mode, which is just the hard mode I was talking about earlier in the video. I tried it out a couple times, but I didn't want to cause any more damage to my brain. So I just decided to not try to beat all the bosses on that mode. In all seriousness though, I really enjoyed this game. From the cool surreal visual style to the super challenging boss fights, this game is truly a hidden gem. I've never experienced anything quite like this before, and it's baffling to me that this game was only made in 1 month. And the best part is that it's free. So if you're wanting to try it out, I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link to the website in the description below. As for the future, I hope that these devs continue to make other games or even update this one. I'd love to try out whatever they have in store. And if you made it this far in the video, I would like to thank you. Till next time.